Hi guys, welcome to the fourth episode of Online Digital Doctors, and I once again welcome you all to the show. And first of all, so sorry to all our viewers because we are 1 hour late. There was some serious technical issue, that's why we logged in late. But today's episode is a very special episode because we have planned something very amazing this time, and this episode of Online Digital Doctors is Valentine Special. And why we are calling it Valentine Special? Because once again the great personality who has already joined us in past 2 episodes, once again he is going to join in next few seconds. And this episode is dedicated to all the Valentine, all the lovers, because for the Valentine, lovers exchange the heart emotionally, but Dr. Kewal Krishan exchanged the heart physically. So once again I would like to call him on the dais. Once again I would like to welcome onto the stage.
Okay.
Sir, please welcome once again to the show.
Yeah.
Hi sir. How are you doing, sir?
Yeah, good.
Okay. So today it's a very special episode because today is our Valentine special, and it was an amazing concept when we thought of, though we planned out that this time we have to go with the practical of LVAT, but we planned out, no, first of all, because of Valentine we will come up with this. So today we won't be getting into very details of something the medical science is, because we have made it Valentine special. So सर आप इस पे जस्ट बड़े शॉर्ट में वैलेंटाइन स्पेशल है, जिसको हमने कहा है कि जो एक लवर्स है वो हार्ट्स को इमोशनली अटैच करते हैं. वी हैव गिवन यू अ टाइटल ऑफ अ हीरो, जहां पर आप हार्ट्स को फिजिकली एक्सचेंज कर रहे हैं. तो आप इस पे क्या कहना चाहेंगे सर?
See, the thing of this lovers is for exchanging the hearts and emotionally. This has been going for a while.
Right.
So what we do is we take the heart. If the patient who has diseased heart,
Okay.
we take out their heart and put a new heart in that.
All right.
So that is called heart transplant.
Very nice.
So it's not only physically we are connecting this. What we have seen, there are many good stories of the patients with exchanging when we change the heart, we transplant the heart. The emotions of the donor, they come into the recipient. Like one story is like one calm person's heart came into a very aggressive person. He became calm little bit later after the transplant.
Okay.
And one patient which was very aggressive, and that heart was put in a female, and her husband used to complain. My wife, somehow she has been yelling at me every time. She wasn't used to me.
That's very nice.
Yeah, this is interesting. The one also a story which is written in the Race to the Heart, one book was published in 2007, and they mentioned that it's a documented that like I witnessed that murder, but at some point I died and brain dead, and I gave the heart to somebody else.
Okay.
And that recipient could recognize who was the murderer. And
my goodness.
Yeah, the case was so. That was an amazing story.
Mind-blowing. My goodness.
Yeah. This is really amazing thing to happen. So we asked a lot of people, like people say females heart, so they like those patients who get female heart into a male, so they become they develop some feminine characters, not all there.
So does it actually happen?
It happens, but not always. But there are few stories. Like if you change the 100 hearts, you will find 6 or 7 stories of same kind. Not all the patients.
Okay, this is something you are telling on what has been observed.
Yeah.
But as per your experience, do you feel genuinely is there some logic when you are exchanging heart? This could be the reason for it?
No, I don't think so. But I don't know. Somehow at God's level, something is happening with that.
Okay.
But this happens, and people believe it because see, you can't deny the reality. So it happens.
So it could be a possibility that tomorrow, if any of the noble personality is going to die, there could be a beating of his heart.
Yeah, maybe that, like, yeah.
Because the person feels that I might have a heart of a billionaire, so I might become a billionaire.
No, could be. They can think of like one surgery was done, one bypass surgery was done on a patient.
Okay.
And the doctor came outside the operation theater and he told his wife,
Right.
patient's wife, that your husband's surgery went well. And she asked one question.
Okay.
And she asked, would you mind telling me you have gone into the heart? Doctor said yes, surgeon said yes.
Okay.
And then there was any other girl, did you find any other girl in her heart? So it's something amazing. Some people ask very weird questions about this, so this can happen.
And this looks absolutely brilliant. And and tell me very honestly, we today on this Valentine special,
Yeah.
we are giving you officially the heart hero of India. We are giving you this title that you are the heart hero of India. And this is a very fantastic, and for me, if you talk about, this is very fantasizing. People are exchanging their heart emotionally and you are exchanging them physically.
Yeah.
So,
No, I have some stories of
what's your
like this.
experience as in?
Like some people, they make a story like this, headlines of some Hindi newspapers.
Okay.
We transplanted one heart. The patient was Sahil and donor was Sahil.
Okay.
And he was from Panipat and the recipient was from Nazafgarh.
Okay.
So we went for that media conference and
Alright.
the headline was Panipat ke Sahil ka dil dhadk raha hai Nazafgarh. People would see, you are forced to read. How can somebody's heart in the Panipat and now beating in Nazafgarh? So
That's something very.
Yeah, it's a crispy news. So it happens.
So, what do you say on this Valentine special? What's your because obviously past 2 episodes with you and upcoming episodes, though we will be having all the medical sciences addressing the questions of the patient, of the people, but this is something I would like to make it very, very informal for all the people.
Yeah,
so what's your message to all the lovers?
My message is don't try to exchange physically, but try to exchange only emotionally. Otherwise, you have to take immunosuppression in each other. You will be taking 40 to 50,000 per month medication for that.
So all the viewers are advisable that they should actually
keep their own heart and just
Right.
change the emotions rather than changing the physical heart.
Yes, so that means you should not be on the stage of heart transplantation, for which the precautions are, sir. What are the precautions they must take?
No, the one is to reduce the stress. Okay. And another is all the problems which lead to heart failure. That's the cigarette smoking, stress, a lot of alcohol in excess, drugs.
Right.
Yeah, these should be prevented.
Very nice.
Yeah. If you want to live a longer life,
Right.
it's better to say even at the age of 65 or 70, you should because now the life expectancy is increasing.
Right.
So you have to be working really hard or till next many years, I would say, decades.
Right.
So you should keep your heart healthy. Try
Very
to
nice.
start saving now rather than.
Absolutely correct. Well said on this very special Valentine special, as Dr. Kewal Krishan has rightly mentioned that yes, he personally, though he is the heart hero of India, still he is the person who still advise all the lovers they must exchange the heart emotionally rather than getting it physically exchanged, though he is expert in getting it done.
Yeah.
So something as something you rightly said in the very beginning that this has been seen when some of the characters are being transformed from one personality to another. So is there any possibility or is there something happening when the heart of an intercaste religion is being transferred?
So no, we see this organ transplant has no religion. One thing.
Okay.
So we transplanted a Hindu heart into a Muslim person, a Muslim heart into a Hindu, Nepalese heart into one Indian heart, and female's heart into male heart into female. So organ transplant has no religion.
Very
so
nice.
you can use anybody's heart. That's not a. and there's no racism, race questions, like those questions. Like
There's no
white
point
and
of
black.
that.
No point of that. So everybody has the same heart, same kind of function. It's our belief that we have made limitations.
Right.
Yeah, but you put anybody's from religion point of view or from sex point of view,
Right.
it doesn't make much difference.
Something very important to note, as he rightly mentioned, this is something fantastic, and I believe each one of us must understand this thing. He has said something very subtle when he says that exchanging heart physically of any of the religion into any of the religion, if one belongs to Muslim and another belongs to Hindu, we are putting up a heart of a Muslim into Hindi. That doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
So then why we are making a chaos when there are emotional exchange of hearts between the two different religions? So we must take it when physically there is no problem.
Yeah.
So emotionally we should not make a unnecessary chaos of it, which we keep on seeing in our society, which happens. This is something very nice, I would say.
In the it's like for many years I've been trying, and my dream was to become a transplant surgeon. So I studied in that way and tried to learn that, and now I have implemented this in this country.
Okay.
So I'm quite happy about at least I could complete my one dream that I want to be a heart transplant or valvular surgeon.
Very nice.
A leading surgeon, and so far we are doing good job and trying to save many lives. Like if you save one heart, you have saved many hearts in the family. So
Very nice. Very
from
nice.
breaking those hearts.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Fantastic. He said one heart, many hearts.
Yeah, by saving one heart, you are saving many hearts in the family. So
Right.
otherwise they will be broken. So if somebody's father died, then wife, kids, surroundings, they are broken
Correct.
hearts. So you have saved by saving one, you can say you have saved many hearts.
Such a noble and such a brilliant thought he has. Saving one heart means you are saving many hearts. Absolutely fantastic, just absolutely noble. And if I talk about, as you rightly said, when we are doing an intercaste exchange of hearts, there is no problem. There is no racism, nothing. So, because in our earlier episode also we discussed, but there is a problem when we are shifting in the two different age groups. Is that correct?
Not really, because we can put a 15-16-year-old heart into a 46. But yes, for the older age, when you are sick for a while and your lung pressures are also high, then it's better to put a heart of an older person than a younger, because the younger heart is not competent to pump against that pressure. The older heart is used to that pressure. So
No. What you rightly said.
because older heart is because everybody, as the age increases, your lung pressures they go up. So the older heart is more used to with the pressure than the younger heart, because younger heart doesn't have much pressure on the lungs, because it's absolutely fine.
So it's like the older the person is, it's a more pressure.
No, older, it's more pressure for everybody. It's not for like because of environmental hazards or your lungs keeps on getting damaged and your arteries are getting damaged.
But as a layman, if I say, correct me, but as a layman, if I say,
the heart which is not used to, like if you put a 16-year-old healthy athletic heart into some smoker,
right,
the right heart may not eject that amount of blood because he hasn't seen that resistance. So they are not used to that resistance. So if the older heart, sometimes what happens, even the younger patient, we put an older heart so that they work better because they are used to that pressure.
Right.
So it's basically an older heart has more exercise the pressure than the younger heart. So
Okay, all right. And when you're taking a heart and when you're planning to fix a new heart, so is there any criteria at that time where you test the compatibility of that heart?
No, we usually, if we get chance, yes. For blood group and height weight, we usually check. Otherwise, we don't consider even.
Blood group, okay.
And height weight. Like you cannot put a 80 kgs person's heart into a 40 kg boy or 40 kgs heart in person certain to 80 kg. These are so within 25% above or below would be fine. It's not that 60 kg it has to be 60. It can be a 50, 45 kg or it can be a 65, 75 kg.
Right.
So that's not a problem. But the issue with these hearts is another thing is blood group. Blood group is very important.
Right.
Because we don't want any rejection or any reaction.
Acha, blood group.
Yeah. And the other thing, if possible, if it is in the city, we take the sample of one of the donor's heart and recipient heart and we match. That is called a cross match test.
So matching means
matching
how
of
you do
both. Yeah. It's a see the matching which we do during testing is that is a general matching.
Right.
With 100 samples, it's not rejecting. So that is a particular. If that is negative,
right,
means your heart is going to work better because you have already matched that person to person.
Okay.
So if there is no reaction between the two person from donor and recipient,
okay,
then it's more than likely it's not going to reject.
So matching is done taking the hearts out.
No, not. There's only blood.
Acha,
Blood.
two blood groups are being matched.
Yeah, two blood groups.
So in general case,
it's not the blood group are being matched. Blood group, both are B positive,
correct,
both are A positive, but the tissues on the markers on that.
Okay, so it's like two same bloods.
They are accepting each other basically.
So okay, two same bloods, still their compatibility is being tested.
Yeah, same.
And is
But
this
tissues.
okay? And is this also work like as we say in blood transfusion?
Yeah.
We always say that O negative is a universal donor. Can give to anyone.
Yeah.
And other is like AB. If we talk about, they are the universal acceptor.
Yeah.
So is this something that works in heart transplant as well?
Yeah, it works in heart. Yeah, no, it's not necessarily, but sometimes it works. It's not because you are checking only two things: O and positivity.
Right.
But there are 26 different factors. So
Achha,
the rest 24 you are not matching.
Right. In heart transplant, there are more factors. It's
anyway, it's a more factor. Even if you give a O positive blood to O positive person, it's still you can see febrile reactions and all these reactions you can still find in the same.
Correct.
Because you are matching only two things. One O positive major things and positivity.
Right.
You are not matching rest of the 24.
So in case of a blood transfusion, it works, but it doesn't work.
It doesn't work in the heart. So no, most of the time it works because they are minor things.
Okay.
But sometimes
there is a rejection.
Yeah, sometimes
there is a rejection.
Yeah.
So this is something, and
that rejection is different from the rejection you see between male and female. That's it. Reject in a different way.
This is fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, so could you describe what is that rejection and what is this
I don't know,
rejection?
but this rejection is different from that what you.
No, I can understand.
Yes.
Emotional rejection is something Dr. Kewal has not experienced, but he can tell you about physical reaction. So what is the physical reaction?
No, physical rejection can be different. You don't like somebody, that's a different rejection.
Right, but like placing a new heart and the heart is getting rejected, that means the person didn't survive, correct? This is the meaning?
Not always, because we give drugs to reduce that
rejection.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not that rejection means death. It's a rejection means it's a severe rejection and that happens only in 1 in thousands. But the rejection which common we see is managed by the drugs.
Okay.
Or mechanical support for a few days. We correct the rejection and then.
Right. So if when Dr. Kewal do the exchange of heart physically and there is a rejection, so it will going to lead you to something which will be the health reactions, but when there is a rejection in the hearts which are exchanged emotionally, there is a heart broken.
Yeah,
so we can say it's a
breakup
broken
party.
It's mind blowing. That's a breakup party.
It's a breakup party. It's not.
So
nowadays it's different. It used to be like you get sick and you are confined to one room, and now it's a breakup party. Oh, now I have room for next.
Mind blowing.
Yeah.
So emotionally, after a breakup, after a rejection, there is still a scope for a new. But in physical exchange, once a breakup rejection is there is no scope for new.
Yeah.
Or is there still a scope to place one more heart?
Yeah, there's a place to 1, 2, you can, whichever. Sometimes it rejects, sometimes and you find a new heart, just take that out and put the new heart.
Okay, we can also go with
we
that.
can also, physically also you can.
Physically also, mind blowing. So physically also we can actually go with the multiple time we can exchange the heart as you keep on exchanging emotionally.
But you
comes,
usually don't
one
try
goes.
after twice. You
Achha.
don't, yeah,
Okay.
it's not because you are going to give benefit to other patients, not a one heart. You are giving 3 hearts to only one patient, others are dying because of that.
Okay, right. So that's something maximum.
And if you reject twice, means whichever heart you put is going to reject. So either you put a LVAD or let him go.
Okay, right, perfect. So perfect, sir. It was something a very interesting and very humorous session today, and something on a
Today was actually a Valentine special, so I didn't want to go more into the medical.
Absolutely.
It's not good to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, this is for the lovers, and this was our agenda for today. That we didn't want that we didn't expected. We were not looking for something to get into the details. So just on a final, because today's session we have always planned to kept a small one for as a Valentine special. So your final closing note on Valentine special as a heart hero of India. What do you would like to say as a final closing note to all the lovers? 14th is approaching, and
14th is approaching, so you celebrate it the way you want to.
And today is the chocolate day, if you remember. If you know.
Today is the chocolate day.
So it's like, is there any days when you are exchanging a heart before that?
No, it's not.
Because in Valentine they have 7 days. Chocolate day, flower day, kiss day, all those days. So we are looking anything in the physical heart transplant?
No, we are not looking at we are just expecting that this patient should get better.
Okay.
The family should feel heartfelt happiness, and they should think now their patient is secure and getting ready to go for a normal life. That's what we are.
Very nice. Something very
emotionally
fantastic.
something is different, but when we transplant it, all the family members and relatives, they want their patient to get better as soon as possible and go home and do lead the normal life.
Perfect. Perfectly super. It was a fantastic session, and jokes apart, this was just to create a humor with you all guys, and it was something a Valentine special with the heart hero of India, Dr. Kewal, Krishan, the head of Max Hospital, Saket. And in the upcoming sessions, we'll resume back to the more technicalities, and in the next session, we will going to have the session on LVAD, and we would be addressing the live questions as well, and in that he will even going to show us the live how an LVAD looks like and how it is being put up. So he'll give us a live demo on the dais. So you can catch us on the next session, and till that time it was wonderful with you guys. Thank you so very much, and please do like, share our show, because this is for the people, for their betterment, so that they should get to have the knowledge of the best and the most experienced people in the world and across Asia, as Dr. Kewal is one of the biggest and one of the most renowned cardiac surgeon, the heart transplant, the LVAD expert and the ECMO expert across Asia. So please do like, share and comment, and thank you so very much. It was lovely talking to you guys, and thank you so very much once again for watching the show, and see you guys in the next.
Another one more message I would like to give.
Sure.
Like if your family member dies, is a brain dead or something like that.
Right.
So I request the younger generation, if their elder family member dies, then go for more for organ donation, so that giving by one heart you can save another family's many hearts. So
something very noble he has said. So please,
increase the organ donation awareness.
I strongly recommend and I strongly believe in this. Please spread this message of the heart hero of India. Any younger person, any person who dies in your family, please do charity. And someone has rightly said that charity begins at home. Please donate the heart, because that one heart can save many hearts, as he has rightly mentioned. So please, I completely support him in organ donation, and I request you all to please spread this message. And thank you once again for watching us today, and catch you guys. You can catch us in the next session, and please stay tuned to us for the next session, next episode details that we'll be posting, and that would be on LVAD. Thank you once again. Good night, Shubh Ratri, Shabba Khair. Namaste. Thank you.